from 1990 we have 6375 cargo plane or trans air carrier, now known as 6375-1 because 6375 is also the Exxon gas station, which is now known as 6375-2. I'm going to show you a cutaway of that now. There it was. And let's now continue with building our cargo plane, as we call it in the UK. I prefer that name, to be honest, and trans air carrier. It's not really an alternative build on this, but there is a little tractor at the bottom. See him there, the old tractor. Other than that, not a lot. We've got several little accompanying vehicles to make first for this. Using a PDF again because I haven't got my instructions, don't know where they went. Here's our people anyway. We've got obviously the general airport worker and loader upper and the pilot. And we're going to have a 2x6 plate in red. And then a 2x2 plate in red. And I want two of these 1x1 plates with a little ring on them. Right, I found these bits now, which I want. Which I was talking about, with the little rings on them. There we go. Two black wheel holders. One on there, one on there. Spin that round. This is going to have the smaller wheels on, hence the red plate. Ooh. Larger ones here, possibly. There we go. Right, flip you up that way, and it's a white 1x1 tile across there, and one of these big wedge brick type things, and then a nice what's the word I'm looking for? Forklift piece, there it goes. Going to move that back because I think I've actually a grey tile we need there, which makes sense. The instructions aren't quite up to the colour. So that's definitely white, this piece going on here. Tiles of the bar. And then we've got a little red ladder section in the back. Here we go, a red ladder on the rear of that. There it goes. And two white levers are needed here. On the front there, like that. On we go. No, don't want to go on. Oh, for God's sake, simplest thing ever to put on there. Right, there we go. Should we sit you on there for now? Let's do it. Why not? Right, there you go. Put you to the back there for now, your forklift. Right, we're now going to build the little sort of luggage trolley type vehicle thing. 2x6 plate, 1x2 plate, 2x4 plate in red. And a red mudguard, a 1x4 plate, then a 4x4 plate in red, like that. Very similar to the little luggage trolley in the airport that came out in 1990 as well, actually. But it hasn't got a tow hook on this one. Anyway, let's have some red slopes on here and a red steering wheel. Here we go. There you go. 1, 2. Red steering wheel straight onto there. And then this is going to sit there. We have a 1x2 tile and a 2x2 tile in red. It's going to sit there. And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 red panels like that. Okay, flip you over because you're going to have one. Oops, where's it on? 2. Yeah, 2. So I can't see it. Wheel holders, and then just the wheels, obviously. And then we can make the main feature, the cargo plane or trans air carrier. So let's do it then. We begin with 3 of these inverted wedge plates in grey, interestingly, not white. Okay, like that. We then get an incredibly long blue piece. It's going to sit on here. Okay, and then add these pieces underneath. It wants to go in, doesn't want to quite go in. 2. Oh, come on, 3. And then the half one. Squash that down, there we go. And then a further half one goes here, but we'll leave a gap with 1 there for some reason. So there that goes. We've also got a blue 2x2 plate, which sits there. And then we can put this end wedge piece on there. We can now get 2 1x8 tiles in blue. Put those in, lots of blue on the inside, but then the blues are done after that. And then 2 1x4 tiles. And then a blue panel at the end there, that's done. Okay. And we want a white brick here, which is a 2x2 with this white plate there. And then what's that? That looks like a 10 to me. Yeah. And I think I've done on this side as well. And then, oh no. I think it's reasonably different on this side because planes are often is, but nothing yet. So 2 10s and then 2 8s. Like that. Okay. And then a 10 again. Here. This one gets a bit different. And then a red 1x4 plate there. Like that. Followed by a white 8 plate. There we go. And what's going there? 4 and a 3 in white, weirdly. Okay. So there you go. We're leading up to the side piece being built. Right, we need one of these now in light grey. Which is going to sit underneath here. So this is a bit different for a plane. I've already seen that before. But anyway, interesting. And then a hinge plate in red. That then sits on there. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then a 1x3 plate over here with a red 1x1 plate alongside it to balance it out. There we are. 2 and a 3 in white. There's 2. Here's the 3. And then a 1x2 and a 1x4 white tile. Okay. Now I'm going to put another one of these white wedges there. And we can put our instrument panel there. We also have 2 more panels in red. There you go. Lots of red bricks coming in now. 4 and a 3. Sit here. Okay. And a 3 in red comes here. Then a 1x2 plate in red there. Level that up. And then a nice big wedge brick here in red. Quite long actually, I forget how long this one actually is. Red 1x2 brick on the end. Like that. Should we move ourselves over here? So a bit more room. Never mind. Right, okay, that's fine. 2 1x3 bricks now. I'm just going to sit here and look at it. And then 2 1x2 plates going to sit on here in red. So I've got the big opening back here then, as well as it's got an opening side roof as well. And then we've got a nice red nose. Okay, 2 windows are going to go here. I think we'll put our pilot in while we're here as well, shall we? In you go, mate. Stick you in. Okay, let's put the windscreen on while we're here as well, shall we? Just because it's there. What's next? A 4. Or 1x4 brick. And it levels that up. Nothing else, just that for now. Alright, number 10. Lots of bricks coming in here now, 3 and a 4. And then 3 of these panels, but the middle one is the one with the print on. Like okay, there we are. Now we need another 1x3 brick going in there. Looks good. What's going in here now? With the top. That's one of these, I believe. Yes, another one of these wedge brick things. They sit very nicely in there. It goes. And what do we need next? Some 3s and 2s in plate form. So here's a 3 and a 2, and a 3 and a 2. And these go on there. There's the 3s. Here come the 2s. There they are. Okay. And I'm slightly wrong there. I need that 2 to be here, in fact, because the other piece has got to be a hinge plate to strengthen that. There we go. That's done it. 2 pretty standard here. 2 1x1 plates on here, which we can then put the cockpit roof onto. And obviously here is always going to be a 1x1 tile, so that roof section can come down. Okay. We can have a 6. Another 1x1 here. And then that side is a 1x6 plate. There. Right. Anything on here? Well, we've got, yes, a 1x4 plate, and then a red 1x4 tile. Okay. 2 white 1x6 plates on here. I think you kind of see what's going on here. These are going to be the hinge bits on that side, aren't they? Leaving space for that. And you get some white slopes going across to leave space for the tail. It's a little bit different from the standard aeroplanes, but you can kind of get the idea what's going to go based on some of the standard things they do with planes. So we want a 1x6 here. So usually these are the windows, aren't they? But in this instance, it's these panels with the patterns on instead. It's still the same idea with these. Oh, hello, what's... Where's that one from? I don't know where that goes. Come back to that in a minute. I don't want it there, do we? What are we doing? So 2 of those, and then of course 2 red hinge plates here. There's one. Another one. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Right, you slot into there. Having not built this for quite some time, I'm not quite sure where this other bit's come from, so we'll... Because it can't be there, because they have to go in the middle, don't they? Let's find out then. Right, now we've got to do the same over here. Where's my roof section? Here it is. That's going to go in. Come on, click you on. There it is. We've got another one there. Okay, now we've got to make some sort of base for all the wheels, which looks like this. With a 1x4 plate across the middle. There. And then 2 1x2s and 2 1x1s. Chuck those in there. And we've got 4 1x1 plates in grey on top of each other, 2 of them. So we're going to go 2 and a 2. Like that. Chuck them there as well. And then we want some slope. So what happens here now is this is going to go on there with that there. So the back ones are the 2x2 slopes there. And then they have that. Okay. Now the slightly longer slopes are going to go here. Okay, and they're going to have the grey 2x2 plates there. Okay, and then we have to put these little grey bits I put together here. Yeah, clean up with that. And then flip it over again. We've got to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of wheels here, so there you go. Very close to each other, actually, lined up like that. Okay. And then we flip it over and put it into them. We left that gap of 1, didn't we? Let's just put it in there. It's quite good. We're also putting the front wheel with the grey turntable into here. Now it can stand up. Okay, and we're close to the edge now, aren't we? So we have a wing and a 2x4 plate which goes there. And then some engines, one's will go there. I've seen the other ones going on the end like that. Looks better with the gap, doesn't it, surely? Yeah. So the same on this one then. Yeah. 2 more engines. I think that's right, it's that space like that. You can get much closer together, don't you? So these now sit in here. like that. And we can put our tail on now as well. Okay. And this is a bit rubbish now actually on the top, because I would like some sort of more slope type activity here, but we just put that on. 4x6 plate, and then just a tile there to hold that there. It's a bit weird, isn't it, that? Don't know, it's just, I'm not quite sure what else you could have done to be honest, but it just looks a bit funny. So let's put our green light on that side of the wing, a red light on this side of the wing. I think we missed somewhere on this PDF where we put a red light underneath. No we don't, we put it on the tail. So that's fine. We'll do that. Sometimes they have a red light underneath, don't they? Usually sort of there, but this one doesn't. Okay, right, well I'm not quite sure why I've got an extra one of those. Because that's correct, it should have one in the middle. There should be 3 with one of those in the middle. So I'm not quite sure where this bonus one has come from. How odd. Well anyway, I'm not going to go on about that too much. We're going to put the rest of the cargo in. The cargo is just 3 of these post boxes or dishwashers or ovens, whatever they are in later houses that are white. But we've got 3 of these in yellow anyway. So you can have one on there. Put one on there. And then we'll put one loose there. So I mean, you get quite a lot with it. You know, these 2 extra pieces are quite nice. Just think that looks a bit weird, that roof. Otherwise, it's not too bad. I like the fact you can open the side if you want. And then the back, if you click the tile off, comes open nicely there. I just think that's a bit weird. But anyway, that is it then. That is 6375-1 cargo plane or trans air carrier from 1990. It's done. It's built. We finished it. So please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.